So Lebanon's foreign ministry has just followed in the footsteps of the ANC, but not in the way that the ANC would have liked. Here's what happened. So a few weeks ago, we saw how the ANC decided to declare the Israeli charge d'affaires in South Africa a persona non grata, effectively expelling him from the country. Interestingly enough, the Lebanese foreign ministry has decided to do something similar. However, their problem is not with Israel, but rather with one of the ANC's closest allies. Now, before we get into the story, could I please remind you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already? Furthermore, if you would like to become a member, enjoy some additional perks and support the channel, you can do so by becoming a Power Club member. All you have to do is click on the join button below. Now let's get into it. So here we have a screenshot of an X post from none other than Youssef Raghi, who is the Lebanese foreign minister. And in this post, he confirms the decision to expel the Iranian ambassador from Lebanon. So as explained here, I instructed today the Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Immigrants to summon the Iranian charge d'affaires in Lebanon to inform him of the decision to withdraw the agreement for the designated Iranian ambassador, Mohammad Reza Shibani, declare him persona non grata, and request that he leave Lebanese territory no later than 29th of March 2026. So as we move down, we see that this is the ambassador delegate with the Iranian foreign minister Araghchi, and there he is again. Now, what's particularly interesting about this decision is the role that it plays in the grand scheme of things. So I wrote an article the other day tracking exactly what Lebanon has been doing in its stance against Hezbollah and the IRGC. Now, it's important for us to remember that Iran, or rather the Islamic regime, is an ally of Hezbollah. They all form part of Iran's axis of resistance, as it is called. And so this is a decision that not only reflects the Lebanese government's opposition to Hezbollah, but the IRGC as well. So as explained here, Lebanon has ordered its Iranian ambassador delegate to leave the country, declaring him a persona non grata, as we previously learned. And this move aligns with the Lebanese government's broader efforts to distance itself from Hezbollah and Iranian influence. Following the outbreak of the ongoing war, of course, we're talking about the Israel-Iran war, Lebanon outlawed Hezbollah's military activities and banned the operations of IRGC personnel across the country, whilst the Lebanese armed forces have worked to reassert state military control. On March the 4th, the army arrested 25 individuals for illegal weapons and ammunition possession in southern Lebanon, demonstrating the government's commitment to enforcing weapons restrictions. These actions support President Joseph Aoun's objective of reinstating a state monopoly on arms whilst pursuing direct ceasefire negotiations with Israel. So there we have it. We see how Lebanon, or rather the official Lebanese government and army, have opposed Hezbollah. And of course, Hezbollah is engaged in a war with Israel at the moment. And they're also opposing Hezbollah's ally in the IRGC. And so this is quite a massive move if you think about it, because ultimately, no matter what happens in the Iran-Israel-US war, the reality is that Lebanon has severed its ties politically and militarily with the IRGC, with Iran. And so ultimately, Hezbollah is isolated in its support of Iran within Lebanon. Now, of course, Israel has made a lot of military advancements against them. In fact, the IDF confirmed that approximately 90% of Hezbollah's weapons from pre-2023 have actually been destroyed. And this is, of course, the majority of their weapons, which they have been stockpiling for decades. And so ultimately, it's a very positive move for Lebanon. We know that Lebanon wants to get rid of the military influence of Hezbollah, which has brought the country down, both in terms of conflict and even just the economic prosperity of the country. And ultimately, unlike the ANC, who seems to want to take the side of the world's pariahs, of terrorists, to be frank, Lebanon has decided, let's rather isolate and distance ourselves from those undesirables and rather try to legitimize our country and ensure that we have a higher standing in the world. And this is certainly something that South Africa can learn from. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more content. Until next time, I'm Matthew Cohen, and this is the Power Pod.